Scream Night, Chapter 8. Mrs. Gross came into my room. The next morning, Flora was ill. What does she say? I asked. What has she seen? I can't ask her, Mrs. Gross said sadly. But she seems so old now. Does she talk about Miss Jessel? Not a word. They are so clever, that woman and Flora. Flora will never speak to me again. And she will tell her uncle about me. What a terrible governess. He will think, shall I leave now? I continue, that's what Flora wants, isn't it? She agreed. She doesn't want to see you again. Well then, I said, you must go. You must take Flora away to her uncle's. I will stay here with Miles. But the two children must not meet alone together, not for 3 seconds. Yes, you are right. Flora must leave this house. We will go this morning, and I can't stay. Flora is saying such a terrible things. Dreadful words, dreadful things. Where did she learn them? She was crying now. You believe me then? I asked her. Oh yes, I do. I must take Flora away, far from them, she said. My letter. It will arrive in town first, I said. She shook her head. No, it won't. It's disappear. What do you mean? It disappear from the table by the front door. The other servants haven't seen it. Miles took it. This was terrible. Then he's read it. So he's thief. He was stealing a letter at school then. I must talk to him. If he talk to me, we can save him. The servants were surprised when Flora left with Mrs. Gross. They stared at me silently when I walked through the house, but Miles did not seem worried. We ate lunch together in the large dining room. Is Flora very ill? He asked me. She will get better in London. Take some meat, Miles, I said. He filled his plate and we ate quickly. Miles got up and stood with his back to me and his hands in his little pocket. We did not speak while the servant took the plates away. Well, Miles said, we are alone now. Not quite alone, I answered. Of course, there are the others, he said, but they are not important, are they? We walked to the window and put his face against the glass. Was she looking for something or somebody? Have you enjoyed yourself today? I asked. Oh, yes, I'm so free now. I walked miles and miles. I went everywhere. And do you like it? Do you? He replied. You are more alone now. It doesn't matter, I said. I am happy to be here. And why am I still here? For you, of course. He stared at me and his little face was both handsome and serious. You are staying here just for me. Yes, I am your friend and I want to help you. I told you so that night in your bedroom. Do you remember? Yes, but you wanted something from me too. Yes, tell me everything, Miles. That's what I want. Oh, you are staying here so that I can tell you everything. Well, yes, it's true now, he asked. It's a good time. Do you want to go out again? Yes, I want to go out very much. He picked up his hat and was ready to leave. I will tell you everything, I promise, but later, not now. Why not now? He turned to the window again and was silent. I have to see the gardener, he said. He was lying. I knew it. Someone was waiting for him outside. Well then, I said, tell me just one little thing before you go. Did you take my letter from the table by the door? Then, in that same second, I saw the terrible face of Peter Quint at the window again. The room hanged and everything felt bad, but Miles saw nothing. Yes, I took it, he said. I took him in my arm. He could not see the ghost and he was not lying now. These were two good things. The face still stared at us through the glass. Why did you take it? I wanted to know what you wrote about me, he said. And did you open the letter? I asked. I opened it and then I burned it, he said. And did you do this at school? Did you steal a letter and burn them? Did you steal other things, Miles? Me, he asked. Still, his voice told me that this was a terrible question. My face was red. Well, why can't you go back? What did you do then? I said things, the boy replied, to a few people, and then all the master heard about it. That's all. What things? I asked, but he didn't say. Perhaps he really was innocent. Didn't they tell you? Well, they were saying bad things. Perhaps they were too bad for a later. But the face at the window came closer. It wanted to stop Miles, to stop his true answer. I screamed and held Miles again. No more, no more, I shouted to the ghost. Is she here? Miles asked and turned his eyes to the window, but he could still see nothing. See, I asked, Miss Jessel, Miss Jessel, he shouted in anger. I understand then. He was thinking about Flora's story. No, it's not Miss Jessel, but that other dreadful face, that wicked man. He's at the window for last time. He got angry then, and the room felt worse. He's here then, he asked. Who? I had to ask him. Peter Quint, of course. Where is he? He looked around the room. Where? It doesn't matter, I said. I have you now. You are mine, not his. He has lost you forever. There, I pointed, but Miles saw nothing. He screamed like an animal, like a person who has lost everything. He's falling, I thought. I must catch him and save him. I held him hard, very hard. And then Miles and were alone together in a quiet afternoon. But suddenly his little heart stopped and realized what I was holding. I was holding a dead child, not a live one. That's the end of his story.